So we have heard of Modinomics in Korea and Abenomics in Japan, but there has been a new term trending in recent days, something called Modinomics. Now, India's Prime Minister-to-be Narendra Modi has a clear mandate to push forward his economic agenda that some are already referring to as Modinomics.
Modi has made promises to business, big promises in terms of infrastructure and tax reform, and that raises hopes that it would create more opportunities for Korean firms to make inroads to the world's most populous democratic country.
For some analysis, Cho Chung-jae, head of South Asia team at Korea Institute for International Economic Policy, joins us live in the studio. Dr. Cho, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
So India's Prime Minister-elect has pledged to attract more foreign direct investment, among other things, and hopes that the new government will transform the economy, really have investors cheering and excited. Could Korean firms go in and take advantage of Modi's economic policy?
Yeah, in the Indian security market, the infrastructure, the development, and the construction companies, energy companies, capital good manufacturers, and the financial companies, the shares have already soared. The Indian domestic companies as well as the foreign companies will have business opportunities more in this area. The problem is that the competitions will be also heated with more opportunities. Eventually, the one step ahead and proactive strategies are needed.
Well, Korea's POSCO, 9 years since they officially signed a contract, still waiting for the green light. It's a $12 billion Indian steel plant. Opposition from local government stood in the way. Now, with Modi taking over the reins, can we expect some positive changes?
Yeah, the Modi, when he was the chief minister of the Gujarat, he removed and streamlined so comprehensive the administrative procedures that inhabited the private investment. So now the Gujarat is called China in India. And during the election period, Narendra Modi, he strongly criticized the maladministrations, that the corruptions and scandals on the iron ore or the coal have delayed the development and the power the productions. Under the status that the authorities are independent from the federal government in India, I could not say assertively, but definitely POSCO project will have a positive impact, I think.
Right. So, however, there are experts who caution against too much optimism, as now there are so many pledges to be fulfilled, and will Modi be able to deliver or execute all of them?
Yeah, the utmost the task for the Modi government would be activation of the investment, especially the private investment. The government have no further the capacity for the investment because of the high the fiscal deficit. Moreover, the persisting high inflation pressures hinders immediate switch to the interest rate policies. So therefore, I think the government have no option than the private investment, including the foreign companies, to escape 2-year low growth trap and jump on again the virtuous cycle of the investment, consumption, and high economic growth.
Well, this is a very promising and important time for Korean government and Korean businesses as well. What can be done by these two entities to make sure they take full advantage of the situation right now, in your opinion, Dr. Jo?
Yeah, I think it is a very opportune moment for the Korean government to review and evaluate the outcome of the economic cooperations with India. And based on this, we have to draw up the more concrete and active plans to exploit the new opportunities. And our private companies should take advantages of business opportunities more actively, while strengthening tax transparency and the responsibility to the local community and the environment.
So it's important not to hesitate, but to simply steamroll the bulldozer way and start to get creative along the way.
Yes.
Well, India, definitely a huge market with lots of potentials for Korean businesses if tapped correctly with proper measures. All right, Dr. Cho Chung-jae, head of South Asia team at the Korea Institute for International Economic Policy, thank you so much for speaking with us tonight.
Thank you.